What's up, you guys? It's Steve Foreign Beast coming at you with another video where we're just kind of talking about what the Juggernaut AI app is doing. I was going to go on a bridge block, so I only did 2 weeks. It's just a little bit different. But now I'm debating on whether or not I want to go on the Powerbuilding, which has a uh, Juggernaut's already a pretty good system that has quite a bit of volume. The only difference is with the app is I noticed that there are more combo sets or there are combo sets and supersets, and the variation's a little bit different. Whereas then if you click on powerlifting, right off the rip, it goes for 10 rep, not right off the rip, but it goes for 10 rep maxes on pretty much a variation of your lift, which is like high bar squats, 3-inch conventional block pulls. Over on the Power Building app, it wanted me to do a 6 rep max on a good morning and I believe a 6 rep max on a tempo, like a 5 second tempo going down on bench press. So those are going to be pretty good. One of them is a pretty good direct variation of the bench press, but it's different. The good morning, I've never done a maximum set of 6 or 8. I've always done them for multiple sets and reps, honestly. So that'd be a little different for 6 reps, having a max on a good morning. It'd be cool. And then you have 3 other sets. And it has like 2 hypertrophy blocks and a strength block, then 2 hypertrophy blocks and a strength block, and then it has a peaking block. Whereas then if you just focus on powerlifting, it has like 1 hypertrophy block and then like 4 strength blocks, which is cool. I really like that. But you never know. You never know whenever you're trying to get shreddy spaghetti, which I'm thinking of doing, actually. It's getting down to 198 to maybe 190. 190 is a pretty big cut, but 198 wouldn't be too bad. Getting that 15% body fat would be the first goal. And then maybe after a little bit, we could get down to 190 in a good way. Gotten down that way before, got down to 183, but I pretty much did a lot of cardio. My endurance was pretty good, but as far as weight training, all that, I just did a lot of cardio. Did some after that, did some calisthenics to bring up my physique a little bit, but now I'm pretty much focused on strength and maintaining that strength underneath the barbell primarily. So if I wanted to do a cut, I wouldn't be giving up powerlifting or anything like that. Bench squat and deadlift would not be given up, things like that. So power building seems to be a good option, especially with a weight cut. Um, and honestly, my body can handle quite a bit of volume. I think the lowest I was at in the past 6 months was 207. And so I'm going to see if I can get down even beyond that and see how we go there, see how everything goes. Get straight spaghetti and maintain as much strength as we can possible. The key is not fad diets, but is just calorie deficit. And if you're trying to lose a little bit more weight, a little bit more faster, the best calorie deficit is probably around 500 calories at most. Usually you'd start off with 250 calories. That way you can slowly decline. For those that kind of know their bodies a little bit better, like myself, you can go on a 500 calorie deficit until that stops working. Then go on another 250 to 500 calories, depending on how much weight you're trying to lose. You don't have to eliminate carbs nor like any other macronutrient. The first macronutrient a lot of people want to get rid of is either fats or carbs because they think those things are bad. They're not bad. It's just overconsumption's bad. So if you take into account how many carbs you're taking in, how much protein you're taking in, especially on a cut, protein's going to be a pretty, a gram per pound of body weight to a gram and a half is going to be good for that cut. And I would still say keep it at least on your cut, man, unless you just have a really high insulin resistance, keep at least a carb per pound of body weight. Fats, I would say get most of those. You're going to get a lot of fats from your red meats, stuff like that. Don't take red meat out of your diet. Don't take eggs out of your diet with the yolks. There's really good essential fats in there that your body needs to function. If you want to stay away from particularly what you would think would be bad fats like vegetable oils, seed oils, that's fine. Stan Efferdine talks about that. Mike Israel says there's nothing wrong with cooking a little bit of your stuff in that, and I would definitely agree, as long as you're just not throwing a bunch of weird fried food, like we're talking like fried chicken, stuff like that, stuff that's not easily digestible. You want to eat some rice and potatoes, sweet potatoes, uh, even like tortilla chips, matzah, stuff like that. That's very easily digestible. Hits the blood glucose pretty quickly. If you're diabetic, um, take it easy on the super fast digesting sugars. You don't want your blood sugars elevated too fast. But a good in between is, like I said, white rice. Fruit has a whole nother system in which it actually, before it's broken down, even the sugars in there, which they're natural sugars, but it's still sugar, it has a whole nother system it has to go through to metabolize it. So say you do want something sweet, you want something sugary, but you don't want to elevate your blood sugar levels too quickly, go ahead and eat yourself some fruit. It has fructose, and it does have a whole nother digestion process than if you're just taking in direct refined sugars. If you're drinking sodas, stop that. Diet sodas are the best, although some people say there are chemicals that cause cancer, things like that. The truth of the matter is that it is going to be a lot better for you weight loss wise, and all the other chemicals that are in the diet sodas are also in the sugary sodas. So that's one thing that's one less thing you have to worry about. There's going to be chemicals all around in your drinks, unless you're just drinking like natural teas, things like that, coffee. You're going to have chemicals in your drinks. You're going to almost have chemicals in your food, no matter what you do. Organic is just a label to make you pay a little bit higher of a price. Most minerals and nutrients, there's like not even that much of a difference at all. Stan Efferdine did a whole study in his vertical diet and kind of outlines the research there. So there's not really much difference between organic and non-organic foods these days. You're just paying for a label at that point. So what I'm really trying to say is that your boy, he kind of knows what he's doing whenever it comes to these cuts, weight gain, training. Although I do pay for the training app Juggernaut AI, just because it helps me be accountable in a way. If I'm paying for something, I'm more likely not to go off and do what the bros do, which is every now and then go for one rep max. I do enjoy the max reps process that we see in the Juggernaut AI system. You go for sixes, you go for a set of 8, you go for a set of 10 every now and then. And that's pretty good. That's a safe way to max out. Although it's not going to be an exact number, as if you were doing a one rep max, it can get pretty close to what your one rep max capabilities are. And so that's what I really enjoy about this. So you do get to go and I think that's why Chad Wesley Smith did it too. He talks about his monotony of training, but he's like, I felt like I could do 2 or 3 more, but he didn't do it every week. He just started doing it, like I believe it was like every third week, and then he'd deload. Um, and so it goes into a little bit more depth, and the AI is a little bit more personalized than the original Juggernaut training program. As you know, there's a tens, eights, fives, and threes waves in that original program, but there is some really fun stuff in the Juggernaut AI app and just Juggernaut in general, because you do get that good all-around AMRAP set, as many reps as possible, for the new, and that's your top set, of course. So you're going to work up to a top set, then you're going to do your back down sets. So he implements old school and new school ways of training, scientific and fun ways of doing things. Because who doesn't like to get in there, see how many reps they could do with 225 or whatever goal you may have. Could be 185, 135. Usually we go by either plates, quarters, or how many wheels can you throw on there and do for a set amount of reps. So with that, man, I'm going to be out. Remember to lift, live, and learn today. Your boy is still deciding on whether or not he wants to go power building or power lifting. Let me know what you think. Let me know, should I go a little bit more higher volume on the bodybuilding side? Because you do even get to choose your percentages. I chose 70% powerlifting, 30% bodybuilding because I am primarily a powerlifter. So I believe all my training should be outlined towards my end goal of getting stronger in the big three. But also my other goal, I should also want a nice physique, which I don't have a horrible physique, but I do want to lose a little bit of the belly. But I'm pretty satisfied with my overall health and my overall wellness and being. So maybe in the future, your boy will go off and do a little bodybuilding show, but I primarily am a power lifter. And so, with that, man, remember lift, live, and learn. Love you guys. Uh, take it easy and peace.